Hello, EOPS and CARE students. My name is Raul Sanchez, one of your counselors in the department, here to share with you important dates and reminders as we prepare for the fall 2021 semester. First important note, save the PDF version of this presentation. This is a video that you're watching, but make sure that you reference the PDF. There are links that I will be talking about that you can directly click on. You won't be able to click on them in the video, so that's why I'm asking that you save the PDF so you can reference back to it and click on the PDF and look at slides that are relevant to you and take some notes. So here we go. First slide you'll see is about our contact info. How do I get in contact with the EOPS? How do I schedule appointments with the EOPS? This is your slide, 914-8555 with the 626 area code. That is our phone number. We also have a virtual lobby. You can simply click on this link. It takes you right to Zoom, and one of our staff members will be there to assist you, whether it's setting up your book appointment, whether it's setting up your progress report appointment, whether it's setting up one of your 3 contact appointments. During these office hours, you will find somebody in the Zoom lobby. We also send communication over your student email. The student email can sometimes be overwhelming. Make sure you check your focused inbox. Make sure you check your other inbox. Check your spam, your junk. One recommendation we have is to add our email address to your safe senders list. So that way when you get something from us, it'll go right into your inbox and it won't be diverted to the junk box or anywhere else. This is our email address, so make sure you take note of that. You will need to notify self-registration in the future, and this is the email that you send it to. We also have an EOPS Canvas that you will be invited to. We also have, a Instagram. So make sure you follow us on Instagram. We share a lot of great information, workshops, student testimonials, information about our staff and upcoming events. So make sure you get in contact with us and stay in contact with us. This here is what the EOPS Canvas looks like, a screenshot of the front page. In August, you'll receive a notification to add us. So in addition to your classes that you may be taking for the fall semester, you also have an EOPS Canvas. So make sure you accept our invitation and we will send you relevant information so you can stay on top of all the announcements and everything. You'll find it all in one place. Modules, there's modules that we have. That's something you want to click on, information on resources, on tutoring, on transfer. We send a lot of announcements on things that are happening in the semester at Citrus, in EOPS, scholarship opportunity, and so forth. So pay attention to the announcements. We calendar all the events, all the workshops, all the conferences that are happening, the college fair. You will find all that information in the calendar. So make sure you click on the calendar and navigate through that. Based on the calendar, you also have a scrolling type of calendar over here, to-do list, so to speak. So you'll be able to see upcoming events that are happening as well based off of that calendar. So utilize the Canvas. This is a great tool, a great way for you to stay in contact with us and make sure you know of all the resources around you to help you succeed. So be on the lookout for that Canvas. Financial aid, we are entering the 21-22 year. The fall 21 begins the 21-22 year. The 21-22 year encompasses fall, next winter 22, spring 22 through summer 22. Beginning fall 22, that begins the 22-23 year. For the 22-23 year, you can begin to renew that August the 1st through March the 2nd. So August the 1st of this year of 2021, you'll be able to renew your FAFSA or DREAM Act for the next 22-23 year. If you have questions on financial aid or need some assistance, the financial aid department does have a help desk. Click here and it'll guide you right to the help desk. Put your name, your ID number, your question, and they will follow up with you soon thereafter. Write this date, include this date in your phone. Make sure you include this date in your phone as a reminder. Book services, very important. How do I get my books for the fall? It is a 2-step process. First step in the process, I have to complete an online form, an online smart sheet form. The second step is after I complete that online form, I have to give us a call, give EOPS a call, and schedule a book service appointment. Where do I get the form? How do I do this? That information is going to be sent out to you in late July. So be on the lookout in your Citrus email for the Smart Sheet and information on how to schedule your book appointment. Again, Citrus email. One important thing is that the book appointment is not considered one of your contacts. You do have 3 contacts to do as part of our department policy. This book appointment is simply to get your books. It is not completed with the counselor. It's completed with one of our staff members. And again, it's not considered one of your contacts, so you're not able to get it during your contact. You get it before your contacts. Refunds may still be issued if you have original receipts. If you purchase your book ahead of time and you have your original receipt and you bought it from the Owl Bookshop, not Amazon or not other resources, and even not if you use your Pell Grant, we will be able to refund you if you have original receipts. And again, if it was purchased from the Owl Bookshop. Keep in mind that we do want to be in 12 units for the fall, unless you're in DSPS. If you dip below 12 units for fall, it will affect your spring 22 book services. If you need clarity on any of this, let us know. We will help you with it. Your responsibilities, I mentioned 3 contacts, 1, 2, 3. First contact, beginning part of the semester. Second contact, right in the middle of the semester. Third contact, towards the end of the semester. So your first contact is with the EOPS counselor. Your second one is a progress report, which happens with the EOPS staff member. And your third one is specifically with the EOPS counselor. If you do miss one or more of the contacts, your books will be reduced for the spring of 22. So make sure you meet all your contacts and don't jeopardize your book money. Another responsibility you have is that as soon as you register for the spring of 22, you have to notify us. I will let you know how to do that in 1 second. You also have to keep us informed. If you do drop below 12 units, you want to let us know to see how that change affects you. Can we pick something else on late start so that you won't be below 12 units? There are strategies that we can implement to help you with the process. Let us know. Because if you do fall below 12 units and you're not in DSPS, that will hinder your book money for the spring of 22. If you are in DSPS, you can definitely, there are exceptions with the reduced course load, which we would talk about in 1 second. 3 contacts I mentioned. The first one happens the first part of the semester, August 9th through the 15th of October. Pause this video if you need to. Put these dates on your phone as reminders for you, okay? The first contact, it's a 45-minute appointment with counselor. Focus will be on your classes and developing your education plan. And we'll also, if you're ready to apply for transfer, discuss the transfer process, share with you the application, some resources that we have related to the transfer application. That's what the first contact will be all about. The second contact, right in the middle of the semester, October the 4th to the 22nd. Again, put these dates in your phone. 2-step process as well. Similar like the books. The progress report is a 2-step process. It's an online form that you have to complete. As soon as you complete the online form, you will then have to give us a call to schedule your appointment. Where is the form? How do I complete it? What are the instructions? You're going to get that information in late September, early October. So be on the lookout to your Citrus email that will give you information on how to get this contact done, the progress report form completed, and when you're able to schedule your book appointment. Keep in mind this bullet here, you will be assigned a specific week based off of your last name. This is a 3-week window. You don't have all 3 weeks to turn it in. Which of these 3 weeks that you turn it in, it will be determined by your last name. Again, be on the lookout for the email in late September, which will guide you through that process. In red, if you have classes that are late start, which begin in October, you will be required to complete this process again during the week specifically of November the 15th. That's contact number 2. Contact number 3 is our exit interview, what we call third contact exit interview. It is completed between the 18th of October to December the 10th, again towards the end of the semester. An appointment with the counselor where we will review eligibility remaining in the program. You cannot be in EOPS forever. There is a limit, and so we always try to see how long you're eligible for the program, how much eligibility do you have remaining. Can we strategize any kind of movement that we can do in your education plan to maximize your time? So that's what the focus will be on eligibility remaining, as well as answering any questions about classes, about transfer, about anything that you need to prepare you for that next semester. That is contact number 3. Important notes on summers and winters. These 3 contacts that I just mentioned, they're not required for summers and winters. Fall and spring is when you do the contacts, okay? However, even though the contacts are not required for summers and winters, we are still around and are available to help. So if you need our assistance, feel free to reach out. We'll gladly help you during summers and winters. Just let us know. We will gladly be able to be of assistance to you. You're also not required to be enrolled in summers or winters to maintain eligibility in EOPS. If you do not want to take a summer class, do not want to take a winter class, it will not affect your EOPS eligibility. Unfortunately, book services are not offered for summers and winters, and the office hours may be modified a bit depending on the time of the year. So be on the lookout for that. Registration for winter and spring during the fall semester, specifically November the 1st. Write this date down, put this date in your phone. On November the 1st, we're going to register for both winter and spring on the same day. November the 1st, I register for winter and spring, which is why that first contact is important, because in the first contact, in the early part of the semester, we'll guide you on what classes you need for winter and spring so that when November comes, you'll be able to register for those classes and have no issues. As soon as you do register, you have to email us. Here is our email address. In the email, you simply include your name, your student ID number, classes and units you register for spring of 22, and that's your notification that you're returning to us. And we do some behind the scenes work with the bookstore and accounts to get your book voucher ready for the spring semester. If you are in DSPS and are anticipating taking less than 12 units, you must meet with a DSPS counselor for a reduced course load form. All that information, the email that you register, reduced course load form, is due by January the 10th to our department. This is a screenshot where all the contact dates, all the important dates that I've just went over are first, second, third contact when we register for winter and spring, EOP&S's contact info, and a breakdown of the calendar. So take a screenshot of this, pause the video, take a screenshot, store this somewhere, and use it for your reference. If you are on academic probation, students that are below 2.0 are considered on academic probation. You must complete a 1-hour counseling appointment before you can receive your books. This probation appointment must be completed between the 9th of August through the 13th of August. You have 1 week to get it done. And if you're on probation, you will need to do all contacts with the same counselor. We want to keep in touch with you and make sure that you're succeeding the right way through the fall semester. Promise program students, if you are in the Promise program and in EOPS, keep in mind that your EOPS counseling appointment, that your EOPS student education plan does count for Promise. Show them a copy of it and you'll be good. Priority registration, EOPS, we register before Promise program. We tend to register at 10 a.m. Promise program registers at 1 p.m. Make sure you take advantage of the 10 a.m. window so that your classes won't fill up on you and you get the classes that you need. In regards to the book voucher, make sure you use a book voucher from the Promise program first and then the EOPS money. Difference between Promise program and Promise grant. The Promise program and Promise grant are not the same. The Promise program is students that were recruited to early decision through our high school program that we have. The grant is financial aid based. So based off of your financial aid situation, you can be eligible for the grant and it doesn't depend on the Promise program. So they are two different things. If you are transferring for the fall, here are your dates. You will apply for transfer this fall of 21 to transfer fall of 22. It is done a year ahead of time. We will talk about this in depth during your first contact, but keep in mind that the big months are October, November. To transfer to the Cal States and to the UCs, October to November is when you will apply to transfer for fall of 22. EOP&S students get 4 Cal State applications for free, 4 UC applications for free. Private schools vary a bit. Again, financial aid speaking, beginning October the 1st, you can begin to renew it. Questions about transfer, make sure you ask in your first contact and or other contacts, and we will gladly help you out. Next step, save the PDF of this presentation. Here is a link to the survey. The link to this survey will be available in the email, so make sure you look at that. Make sure you participate in the survey. We want to make sure that you understand the information that's presented, and we want to get better as a department. And this next slide shows you who we are. These are your counselors. Feel free to reach out to us. Our emails, our phone numbers. Wishing you all the best. Go get nothing but A's and B's. Anything you need, we're here for you. Take care and be safe.